thank you again for speaking with me. Go ahead and state your name and tell me your ride. What are we looking at?
So my name is Kyle Warren. I have a 1962 Plymouth Valiant with a Slant 225 Slant 6 with the turbo. It was originally a dragster car up in Irwindale, and it ran on propane. I'm the second owner on it. Found it from a friend of a friend of a friend, and I bought it about 4 years ago, and I just really enjoy it.
I mistakenly thought it was a Buick Plymouth. Actually, I know GM family, but I mean, tell me, like how has this car, this experience been for you? I mean, everyone's stopping by. We have a group of people in front. It's a unique car. Tell me, like, why this car?
I've always wanted to own a hot rod, and this kind of just fell in my lap. I was trying to help her sell the car, actually. This was her great-grandfather's car, and she needed money, and I was trying to help her sell it, and then finally we reached a price after 6 months, and I bought the car, and I worked on it. Not really a car guy, but I know a bunch of car guys, and they helped me out. I got a really good shop here in town, P&T Auto in Marietta off of Jefferson, and I learned working on the car, and I just love it, and it's unique. You're not going to see a 62 Plymouth Valiant like this. It's one of the straightest on the west side of the Mississippi, and it turns heads. I mean, I've been pulled over by many cops. They're just saying, hey, what is this thing? So it scares the hell out of me when they go whoop whoop, but you know what? It's kind of cool.
They won't ticket you for this thing.
No.
They want to just know about it, and that's why I thank you again for talking with me. Let's go back to the beginning. You mentioned you kind of weren't a car guy, but you know car guys. What's that experience been being in this kind of culture, in this car scene?
It's very unique. It's very cliquish. I've been to a couple car shows already, and all the old school hot rodders kind of look at this car and they're like, oh, they don't really consider it an old school hot rod. Well, because it's not a Chevelle, it's not a Mustang, it's not a Camaro, it's not a Bel Air, it's not any of that. It's a Plymouth. Plymouth wasn't really known for hot rods back then in the day. But you know what? It's a unique car. That's why I bought it, and I just love it to death, and it's for sale if you guys want to buy it.
Oh, there you go. We'll get into your plugs at the very end. Cool. And so it's for sale. Have you been venturing into other projects? Do you have something at home, or what's going on with that?
Well, I'm getting married.
Oh, congrats.
I have a 3-year-old turning 4-year-old baby girl.
Oh, good Lord.
And so I've had my fun with the car. I just don't have time to take it to car shows anymore. And it's time to pass it on to someone that will really enjoy it some more like I have.
Oh, that's awesome. And so could you describe that journey, being a family guy, and trying to intertwine that or interrelate that in the car scene? There's a lot of young guys that, think that they're going to keep their car forever. Sadly, for better or for worse, life happens, right? Could you just tell me what was that realization moment you had when it was just like, it's time to let this baby go?
Honestly, it was at a car show. I spent 9 hours on a Saturday, and I usually work Saturdays, so I lost my pay and for the day, and I sat there and people were looking at the car. It was great and everything. It was a great community, but I just don't have time to show it off anymore. So it's just bring it to local events here and have fun, post it on the internet and see what happens.
So time has been that biggest factor, and growing up and just reorganizing your life and your schedule between your family, being married, I'm sure the apartment, the mortgage, everything. So yeah, it's really, really tough. So I hope everyone listens to that and heeds your advice. Last question, and let me get your feelings on this. California wants to transition to electrification in the next 15 to 20 years. What are your thoughts of electric cars and kind of the future of the car culture?
I mean, every year they're developing new and bigger and better electric cars. I mean, I have nothing against electric cars, but I'm always going to be a gas guy.
Yeah.
Always gas guy. You can't reproduce anything from the gas era ever on electric. Yeah, you can put sound effects and everything, but you know what? We live in a state, unfortunately, that's run by some people up in Sacramento that don't like old stuff. They want to be inventive, which is okay, which is their own opinion. But I'm always going to be a gas guy. I'm always going to pay at the pump. And just very fortunate we can fill up our tanks and live our life the way we live it.
And not propane anymore, right?
No, not propane. No.
All right, go ahead and give out your shout-outs, your thanks. And you mentioned if this car's on sale, if you have an IG, someone can find it. Go ahead and do so now.
So my IG is Kyle_Warren_417. And just want to say thanks to my dad and my mom and all my friends who have helped me with this car and having a good time.
I really appreciate it.